It is time to stop settling. The fact that you clicked on this video means that there is a part of you that knows you are meant for more. And when you raise one area of your life, you raise all the other areas of your life. So it's time to take a good hard look at all of the different areas of your life and ask yourself, where am I settling? What have I been saying yes to that I don't actually want? What have I been saying yes to in the now that I don't see in my future? And a motto that I really have been living by for the past couple of years is that if it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. Because when you say no to mediocrity, you say yes to magic, and you will be surprised at how good life can get when you do this. What's up? My name is Sabrina and welcome back to the channel. Here in the Better You space, we teach creatives, dreamers, and entrepreneurs how to train their minds to make their daydreams their real daily lives. If you're interested in a deeper transformation, feel free to check out one-on-one mentorship or our online signature program, Unleash Your Life, with the links left in the description below, and let's get into it. There was a period in my life where things were good, but not exactly what I wanted. I was in a pretty healthy long-term relationship. We just moved into a house together. I had fun friends where we used to go out and party all the time. I was making decent money serving, waiting tables as I was figuring out how to get this business set up. But there was this gnawing feeling that I couldn't shake that this just wasn't it. And that scared the shit out of me. I'm not even gonna lie. I knew that I was settling in certain areas of my life, and I knew that it was holding me back big time. I was saying yes to things that weren't filling my cup up all the way. They might have filled my cup up a little bit, but I didn't genuinely feel truly fulfilled. Like, it was good, but not great. It wasn't it. I was settling in a lot of my relationships, and I was making very slow moves towards my career because it was more comfortable, because it felt more safe. And if I was being honest with myself, I knew that if I wanted to create the life of my dreams, that I knew was a potential, that I knew I had the capabilities to, I would have to say no to everything that wasn't 100% it. And the idea of not reaching my full potential scared me more than walking away from everything that I knew. And so, absolutely scared shitless, I ended up breaking it off with all of my friends, telling them that I could no longer be friends. I broke up with the boyfriend of 3.5 years, knowing that I would have to move out of the house that I had just moved into. Also, without even knowing how I was going to afford living somewhere else on my own. Okay, and this was in 2020, so this was 3 years ago. But you know what happened when I made those decisions? When I said no to mediocrity. Even though I was still scared shitless and terrified of what was going to happen next, I walked completely into the unknown. Certain things just started to fall into play. My manager at the time, because I worked at a restaurant, she offered me a bartending position, a position that people normally have to beg to get to and work their way up there for years to get to. She offered me this position, which I took, and it doubled my income, making me be able to seamlessly pay for my living expenses on my own. I unexpectedly manifested like this beautiful, like dreamy, super cozy apartment with like a lake view that was more than what I could have asked for or even thought was possible for me at the time. I started to travel way more. I got into the best shape of my life. And then I manifested the most beautiful and loving friendships that constantly pushed me to be a better version of myself. And it was then that I realized that by saying no to mediocrity, saying no to the things that were not a hell yes, even though they were good, they weren't it, you know? By saying no to that, I was saying yes to magic. I was saying yes to living my quote unquote dream life by not settling. But I had to first say no to what wasn't fully it. I had to first say no to what wasn't serving my highest good, to what I didn't see in my future. And the more I kept saying no to the things that weren't fully it, the more I kept attracting and getting exactly or even better what I wanted. And this is because your mind is a yes man. The universe is a yes man. Whatever you say yes to, it also says yes to. It just agrees with everything that you accept. So if you keep saying yes to all of these mediocre things, the universe is just going to keep giving you mediocre things. You have to raise your standards. You have to raise your standards for these different areas of your life and know that your life can be wildly amazing. What do you keep saying yes to that you don't want to actually keep saying yes to? Why do you keep saying yes to things that aren't fully it? Is it because you're afraid that you're going to lose it all? Is it because you think, well, if I say no to this, what if I don't get a chance for another one? What if I don't get another opportunity? What if I don't get another chance to create my success? What if I don't find more clients who want to work with me if I say no to the ones that I don't want to work with? Check in to see where that fear and scarcity is coming from. And if that's you, there is no shame in the game, baby. That's okay. We all kind of go through this process because we're constantly as kids programmed to believe that we cannot have it all. But if you are operating out of this place of scarcity, what if I'm not offered another opportunity? What if I leave this and something better doesn't come? I want you to notice what state of consciousness, which is another fancy word for mindset, what state of consciousness are you operating out of? Because it is, on a scientific level, our state of consciousness, which is actively creating our external reality, what we see with our eyes and experience. And if you want to create this life where all of your areas of your life are booming and exciting and going so well, because this is extremely possible for you. It is just as possible for you as it is to live a really sick and poor life. They both exist, but to experience this life of wild health and love and success, this is what you need to focus on training your mind to get to, on that you can have it all, that you are capable of creating all of these amazing, beautiful things in your life, that things get to work out, that things get to go well, that things get to go your way. And that's really the only reason why people settle in life, is because they think they can't have what they want. It's not that they're not actually capable of creating what they want, it's that they think they are not capable of creating what they want. That potential to create your wildest dreams exists right here. But if your mind is telling you you cannot have it, then you will not be able to have it. It is your mind that creates your reality, which is why training your mind is the easiest and fastest way to turn your dreams into your real daily life. We need to get our mind on board. And this is why I created my entire signature program, Unleash Your Life. It's set up for you to go through, whether you are well versed in this knowledge or you're brand new to this knowledge. It is set up so seamlessly for you to go step by step into learning everything you need to know on how to do this work, clearing out the mental obstacles and energetic blocks that are stopping you from creating the things that you want, that are quite literally blocking you from creating your biggest goals and dreams. And then we go into a place of actively training your mind and setting up the action steps for your next project or goal. I have been putting my heart and soul into this program so that you can come into it and experience the results for yourself. And it's not only just teachings, like pre-recorded lessons that you're going to be listening to, but it's also workbooks for you to actively integrate what you're learning into your daily life. It's practices that you're going to be doing with us online to regulate your nervous system, to actively train your mind. I have so many different brain training audios like sleep tracks, hypnoses, meditations, all to completely immerse your mind with these incredible beliefs that's going to create the life of your wildest dreams. Because the only thing that is in the way of you living your absolute dreamiest of a dream of a life is your own fears and doubts and worries. That's all it is. If you fully believed that you could create this, if you didn't have a shadow of a doubt, you can't tell me that you wouldn't be taking the action to get there. You can't tell me that you wouldn't drop your mediocre job to say, oh wait, no, I can create the life of my freaking dreams over here. Like, what am I working at a little office for that I don't even like? Listening to my gossipy coworkers, like, I don't want that. You would be operating from a completely different stance, from a completely different energy, which would give you completely different results. When the properties in your mind of your state of consciousness are completely aligned with the results you want to see in your external reality in your life, this is when a quantum leap happens. This is when moves start happening very quickly and things start manifesting in your life very quickly. You get to have what you want. The universe or God, whatever you want to call it, gets to surprise you with things that are even better than what you could have imagined. Life gets to only get better and better and better. These are core belief systems that I want you to write down and practice saying every day. I want you to ingrain these belief systems into your mind until you know them as your truth. You don't have to settle in any area of your life. You create the circumstances in your reality. You who are watching this are actively creating the circumstances in your reality. We are manifesting 24/7. We cannot turn it off. We look at the studies from the researchers who study quantum physics, which quantum physics is basically the study of matter and energy, and it explains how we create our individual realities. When we look at the research, we can see that our minds are constantly creating our reality 24/7. So we need to train the mind to get on board that we can have it all. You can experience it all. It gets to feel good and it gets to be safe to constantly feel good, for things to constantly go well. You get one life in this body of yours. So why settle in anything? Let's think big. Let's dare to dream. If anything were possible, because it is, what circumstances in your life would you wish for? Your business, career, relationships, health. I need you to really understand with every fiber in your being that every single potential of possibility exists right now. Here, in the now, in the quantum field. What you want and more exists right now. And all you need to do to experience that is to put your awareness and focus onto it. But if you're putting your awareness and focus onto, oh, I'm just going to settle for this job that pays me $60K a year because it's easy, even though your heart is saying, I would really love to sell my art and travel for a living, it's a no-brainer of what you're going to manifest in your life. You are putting your awareness and focus on that mediocre job. You are saying yes to that mediocre job. The universe is pulling on your heartstrings saying, hey, you could sell your art and you can travel for a living. Like, this is a potential for you. And you're feeling that, but you're saying, no, I have fears around that. I have doubts around that. I have worries around that. And therefore, I'm going to say yes to this mediocre job. I don't think that this is fully possible for me. What if it doesn't end up working out? Right? My parents always drilled in me that I needed a safe and secure job. So no, I'm not going to entertain that idea. I'm not going to put my awareness and focus onto that because I don't think it's possible for me. You need to believe in your dreams and you need to believe in them enough for you to start making moves towards them. When we entertain the fears and the doubts and the worries, more than we're entertaining the possibilities and the opportunities and the potential, we are choosing to settle for less. We are choosing to settle for the fears, the worries, and the doubts. I want you to tell yourself these things, okay? My desires are my destiny. It is easy for me to create desirable circumstances in my life. I am capable of manifesting my wildest dreams into fruition, my wildest dreams. Every day I'm seeing evidence that what I focus on, I manifest. I am seeing more and more every day of how powerful I am. And if I create my reality, that means I get to create the circumstances I'm in. And that means I get to say how things go. I get to say whether I see success in something or not. I get to say whether something works out for me or not. I am the one who's creating. You are the one who is creating. And each time you feed into the doubt, you are wiring in more doubt. But each time you feed into the possibility and the faith, you are wiring in more of that faith. You need to work on really developing this strong sense of trust and faith and certainty that you are fully capable of creating your wildest dreams into your real daily life. And this is how you will create that inner momentum strong enough for you to say no to the things that you don't actually want in your future. This is how you create the momentum inside of you to actually take the action towards the things that you've always wanted to create. This is how we create the confidence in yourself to actually stand up for what you believe in and your values and to say, you know what? I deserve better. And I can have the best and I can have it all. But it starts first within here. You have to first start training your mind to get there. If you got to this point, leave a brain emoji in the comment section below so I know who made it. Let me know what you liked about this video in the comments. Give this a thumbs up to help out the channel and subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified every time I post a new one, and I'll see you in the next video.